Hello, hello, and welcome back, People's Kids from Home. My name is Melcon, and you already know it, it's story time. Before we get into it, remember to like and subscribe for more awesome videos like this one. Now, today, we're going to be reading Theo TheSaurus, the dinosaur who loved big words, or in Spanish, Theo TheSaurus, el dinosaurio que amaba las grandes palabras, written by Shelley R. Johannes and illustrated by Mike Morin. Now let's get into it. Today was migration day. Migration means to move from one place to another. Theo's parents were ecstatic. Theo was not. That's because Theo was a thesaurus. He loved big words. The more colossal, the better. Colossal is another word for huge. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Now that's a good one. But at a new school, his big words might get in the way. How will I make friends if no one understands me? He asked his parents. Communicating with new acquaintances can be challenging for a thesaurus, said his mom. We know you will work hard to make new companions, said his dad. Theo wasn't convinced. He does look pretty scared. At school, his teacher introduced him. Class, this is Theo. The class chanted, Hello, Theo. Salutations, he shouted back. No one had ever met a thesaurus before, so they had a plethora of questions. Plethora means a whole lot. Do you brush your teeth? Can you roar? Do you eat meat? What's up with your tail? Is a thesaurus even a real dinosaur? Some hurt more than others. Theo explained his species the best he could. Thesauruses are the only logomaniacs on the planet. Logomaniacs means they are word lovers or word obsessed. But his classmates looked confused. They do look pretty perplexed. Theo got an idea. He would teach everyone all about thesauruses. Then maybe they'd understand him and want to be his friend. Theo began by sharing some of his thesaurus vocabulary. Onomatopoeia, shenanigans, flibberty-gibbet. But his classmates weren't impressed. Misunderstandings could be frustrating and lonely. Theo had another idea. He would read them his favorite book. Could someone walk me to the athenaeum? He asked. Athenaeum is another word for library. His classmates walked him to the auditorium instead. Misinterpretations could be confusing and risky. The poor guy, look at how scared he is. During lunch, Theo offered some of his homemade snacks. Would anyone like to try my special crudités? Ew! Misconceptions could be tough to swallow and bitter. At recess, Theo tried something else. He suggested they all play a simple game together. Would anyone like to engage in a round of conceal-and-search? Conceal-and-search is another way of saying hide and seek. His classmates started a game of tag instead. Miscommunications could be dangerous and painful. But Theo was determined to find a way. On Friday, he communicated in writing instead. I request your attendance to celebrate the anniversary of my hatching. They have no idea what he's saying, do they? Finally, the time came. Theo waited and waited and waited. He tried to look on the bright side. Supplementary snacks for me. Supplementary is another way of saying extra. But it wasn't that simple. Playing alone wasn't any fun. Can you explain how you're feeling? His mom asked. Theo tried to find the best word to describe his emotions. Exhausted, forlorn, confused, cantankerous, irate. But he didn't know what to say, because no word seemed to fit. For the first time ever, Theo was speechless. Luckily, his parents knew just what to do. Because sometimes, Theo didn't need any words at all. Then, the doorbell rang. Ding dong, ding dong. Salutations, his new friends shouted. And that was exactly the word Theo needed to hear. Thanks so much for reading with us. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Here's a list of Theo's words from the book. Did you have a favorite word? I know there was a lot of them, so it can be hard to pick. Thanks again for reading with us, and we'll see you in the next video.